Welcome back. As you can see, I'm doing pretty good right now. Been spending time with family, but we ain't gonna take too long to do this because I'm not gonna be here the whole time. Um, Gonna do things a little bit different, man. I'm gonna let the media talk to y'all and let them tell y'all the same thing that they be telling me. I'm gonna go get me something to drink, but while I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and play this first clip. All this gonna be about Project 2025, man. Open your ears, listen, pay attention. See what if you can read between the lines on this first one. I'm gonna give you just a small clue. The woman who is gonna be talking to y'all about Project 2025 is all for it. She do not want to tell y'all nothing negative about this bullshit. So I want you to listen between the lines, read between the lines as you listen to this shit, man. I'm gonna start this. What's up with the twin? And I'm gonna go get me something to drink, non-alcoholic. Without further ado, let's get started.
We have been hearing from many of our viewers about the presidential election. One person wrote into To The Point saying, I enjoy your To The Point presentations and appreciate that you show different sides of every situation. I see a lot of media coverage about Biden, but question why no one is reporting Trump's comments. Please explain to the American people what Project 2025 is all about. We also had another viewer that wrote in saying, please stop the Biden bashing. Please cover Project 2025. Well, we heard you. So tonight, ABC 10's Becca Habegger is explaining what Project 2025 is and where it came from.
What is Project 2025? Well, basically, it's a 900 plus page plan to overhaul the U.S. government, meant as a roadmap for the next conservative president. It was developed by the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank, as something for Trump to consider. Though we should point out, Trump has stated publicly he is not directly connected to this plan. More on that soon. Project 2025 has four so-called pillars: policy, personnel, training, and a playbook for the first 180 days of the next administration to be written later. Now, the policy recommendation reads like a conservative wish list. They address immigration, including a border wall. While they don't ban abortion, they do call for taking mifepristone, the so-called abortion pill, off the market, among other abortion-limiting measures. The policy also calls for stronger military, removing diversity initiatives from the Pentagon and reinstating service members who were kicked out for not getting the COVID vaccine. It addresses tax and education policy, overall aiming to defeat what it calls the woke agenda. Here's the president of the Heritage Foundation on Fox News this week.
We are, if President Trump wins and he elects to use some of the plans of Project 2025, again, totally his choice, we are going to close the border as a country. We're also absolutely going to end the Department of Education if President Trump means what he says, and I believe he does, about that.
The personnel section is where the big changes come in. Project 2025 would reclassify as many as 50,000 federal workers as political appointees, essentially at-will workers who could all be fired on day one of a Republican president's term. Now, in their place, the plan calls for an army of loyal conservatives, and it creates a presidential personnel database of approved people. Now, there's also a training program for prospective political appointees called the Presidential Administration Academy. It's free, and most classes are between 30 and 90 minutes, aiming to educate people on how to be government employees. So, who is behind Project 2025? Well, the Conservative Heritage Foundation lists three people as in charge of the project, all former Trump administration officials, and some authors of the plan are also former Trump officials. So what does Trump say about all of this? Well, last Friday on Truth, he wrote, I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who is behind it. I disagree with some of the things they're saying, and some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal. Anything they do.
Y'all remember when he was like, the Proud Boy, stand back and stand by, when he was supposed to be telling, hey man, I don't want nothing to do with y'all. I'm not affiliated with y'all. I don't want y'all in my rallies. I don't want y'all hurting people. None of that. I don't fuck with y'all like that. And he was like, Proud Boy, I don't know him to. Look, Proud Boy, stand back and stand by. When it come down to Project 25, in 2025, he did the exact same thing. in this part where she put to tell y'all. That's why I said read between the lines. I'm gonna let him say it, then I'm gonna stop it again. And I'm gonna show you and explain to you, break it down, what the fuck he said.
I wish them luck, but I have nothing to do with them. President Biden has some of the things they're saying, and some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal. Anything they do, I wish them luck, but I have nothing to do with them.
One more time.
President Biden, some of the things they're saying, and some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous.
Let's hear the whole thing.
I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who is behind it. I disagree with some of the things they're saying, and some of the things they're saying are
I know nothing about it. I know nothing about it. I don't know who these people are, but I disagree with some of the shit they saying, even though I don't know nothing about the shit they saying. Some of the shit they saying is downright abysmal. Even though I don't know nothing about what they saying, but I do wish them luck in anything they trying to do, because the shit is downright abysmal, as I just said. Let's hear this shit one more time, because he said all that. Listen.
Truth Social, he wrote, I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who is behind it. I disagree with some of the things they're saying, and some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal. Anything they do, I wish them luck, but I have nothing to do with them.
This ain't even for y'all, because I know y'all, I put y'all up on game. This is for anybody who might fuck around and find out. Anybody that might not know, anybody that might be straddling the fence. When you hear a nigga say, I don't know nothing about this, but this shit is sick, it's sad, this shit is not just a bit, downright abysmal. I don't agree with none of this shit, but I do wish them luck in anything they got going on. I could end the video right there, and it would just make all the sense in the world, but let's listen a little bit more.
And has made this a big issue in recent days, saying Trump is, quote, trying to hide his connections to his allies' extreme Project 2025 agenda. The only problem, it was written for him by those closest to him. Project 2025 should scare every single American. Okay, so keep in mind, as of now, this is only a plan drawn up by a think tank. It's not a law.
We're going to run there too, it's still pause. This is the part where I want y'all to hear her try to talk like nothing's wrong with this. It's not a problem. You shouldn't be worried. Calm down. Just forget all about it. Anybody ever said anything about a Project 2025? It's nothing. This is the type of shit she put to tell us.
2025 should scare every single American. Okay, so keep in mind, as of now, this is only a plan drawn up by a think tank. It's not a law. It's not a bill. It's not even an official Republican Party plan. And if most of this was put into effect, it would almost certainly face immediate legal challenges.
Interrupt my damn massage. Y'all hear that shit? Don't worry about it.
In the past few days,
it's not a law. It's not a bill. You shouldn't worry about it. It's nothing. Like, even if it did pop up, it would face. If we know all this right now, then why are we allowing people in the government that should be doing government fundamental jobs to write up 900 pages of bullshit? Let's listen to this video right here.
Well, former President Donald Trump is preparing for his party convention. It's going to happen next week, but he's also doing something interesting. He is distancing himself from some work done on his behalf. Over the weekend, Trump posted on Truth Social, saying that he has nothing to do with Project 2025. Have you heard of this? It's an exhaustive set of policy recommendations put together by the conservative group, the Heritage Foundation, as well as other conservative organizations. It lays out a complete overhaul of the federal government and a consolidation.
Who in the hell told Republicans they can't get shit right? In the last 4 years, I'm gonna say in the last 8 years. Because y'all started going haywire back in 2016. Who the hell told y'all to disregard our Constitution and write an overhaul for the government and make it go anything like this?
Or for a would-be Republican president. So CBS News Chief Washington correspondent Major Garrett joining me now to talk a little bit more about this. I'm so glad you're here because people started asking me about this Project 2025, and then most of the information that I saw popping up was on social media, in memes and stuff like that. So let's just start with the basics, right? What is Project 2025 and what is it not?
So in one sense, Anne-Marie, it's something old and something new. What is the something old part? Well, the Heritage Foundation created a book called Mandate for Leadership in 1980. It was a policy document for then incoming President Ronald Reagan, and a formidable and important one. Reagan often referred to that Mandate for Leadership book as a guide to how he approached both personnel and policy in the early years of the Reagan administration.
Wasn't Ronald Reagan the biggest drug dealer in America? Like, he was supplying Freeway Ricky Ross now. The CIA, they were pumping more the white girl into the country than Noriega now. I'm talking about goddamn me, what's your boy name? El Chapo ain't had nothing on Reagan.
Essentially, the Heritage Foundation, a think tank which also delves into politics, has put together something like Mandate for Leadership for every incoming administration. So that's it's old part. What's the new part? The language is new, and the specificity, though not in name for President Trump, but clearly aligning itself very directly with Trumpist agenda. The language in the opening part of this book talks about cultural Marxism taking over America and the entire federal government weaponized against individual Americans. That kind of rhetoric is something you don't find in earlier iterations of Mandate for Leadership. And it is very Trumpian, and the policy recommendations are also Trumpian. Let me give you a couple of examples. Shift all focus of the Department of Homeland Security to border enforcement and deportation. Another example, I
keep telling y'all, you let that man in office, there's going to be a whole lot of and you think they just deporting motherfuckers to Mexico? Hell no. They're going to finally try to send your ass back where they told you to always go to. Go back where you came from. I came from right down the street. I was born in that hospital right over there. They don't want to hear that shit. Because if you don't look like them, they forget. They not from here either. If you're not a motherfucking Native American, if you're not Geechee, if you're not something like that, you're not from this motherfucker. You came from somewhere else.
Protection agency, not to a federal agency on environmental protection necessarily, but someone who works with small business and states to manage and integrate their environmental policies, much less federal, much more state. Another example, basically firing all civil servants in the federal government and creating patronage loyalists to the incoming president. That's something that President Trump has talked about. And
did you hear what he just said? They trying to make a law where they can fire every federal employee in one swoop of a pen and replace them all with somebody who has had to take a motherfucking oath to Donald Trump. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm gonna rewind it for y'all.
Basically firing all civil servants in the federal government and creating patronage loyalists to the incoming president. That's something that President Trump has talked about. And after the Supreme Court ruling, essentially giving the president wide authority, if anything that the president does is an official act, it creates the idea that loyalists for an incoming Trump administration would do everything and anything he said he would do. And if it's an official act, it could be legally defensible. That creates a kind of anxiety about what this new Trump administration would be if it was stocked full of complete loyalists and he had more legal authority than previously imagined to do whatever he wanted to do, as long as it was a quote unquote official act.
So it seems
basically what he's saying is all federal prosecutors, the people like Jack Smith now, they would have to take a loyalty oath to him to even get their job. You can't be in the federal government unless you pledge your loyalty to me. You will have to take an oath. You will have to sign papers like an NDA. Meaning, for the rest of your life, you can't do nothing against me. You can't do nothing against the things that I have told you to do because you have pledged your loyalty to me, and it will probably be punishable by death or incarceration for the rest of your life. You will probably be exiled out of this country if you do not do exactly what this man say do. I be trying to tell y'all that. Like, I had to explain to my homeboy yesterday, he did not believe me, DJ. And I was telling him, I'm like, bro, you know, North Korea can't even wear leather coats no more. It's like leather jackets has been banned. Facebook has been banned from North Korea. Certain things, you know what I'm saying? You can't watch no outside media. Meaning you can't watch the news from South Korea. You can't get on Facebook or YouTube. Matter of fact, YouTube banned too. They can't get on YouTube and see the shit that's going on outside their country. They might get some slick ass ideas. Donald Trump is that type of motherfucker that was like, nope, you can't watch that shit no more. Can't listen to Uncle Phil no more. Because Uncle Phil is telling y'all some shit I don't want y'all to hear. I want some robots. I want some motherfuckers who signed up to pledge and protect me and keep me out of jail and let me do what the fuck I want to do. I can't never get in trouble for it.
Across the country knows about this, except for the former president. This is basically a how-to book for him and who to book for him, who to hire. Why would he be distancing himself?
You notice they said a how-to book, a who-to book, who to hire. Did we not remember that he tried all this on his own? He tried it when he was in office the first time. He told us every day that he wanted people that was, I got the most loyal people. I got the best people, the smartest people. I get the best people. Nigga, everybody you hired was crooks and criminals. They did whatever you said do, and now they in prison for it. But now that the law has changed, you can go get them same dummies that's gonna do whatever you say. Only thing is, it will not be legal for them to be arrested no more. You see what I'm saying? Let's think about it. If you couldn't have prosecuted O'Bannon, you couldn't prosecute none of these people. You see what I'm saying? Jeffrey Epstein was his best friend. You think dude would have went to trial? No, sir. He probably would have made Jeffrey Epstein a member of his cabinet. He'd have been the one to bring the little girls through whenever Trump wanted. Man, y'all, this man is sick, man. And these people that follow behind him, they even sicker. Because these folks is doing this shit, they know what they doing. They trying their best to help him. And I'm like, bro, have you not realized that everybody that helps dude goes down? He don't take up for none of them. He throws their ass under the bus to keep his ass afloat. But y'all are like, oh, it's gonna be different now. We done fixed it where he can't get in trouble, so he don't gotta throw us under the bus no more. Bro, he still don't give a damn about y'all. That man don't give a damn about his kids. He don't give a damn about his wife. He don't give a damn about nothing. And you think he gonna give a damn about y'all?
Because some of those associated with Project 2025 have said some kind of eyebrow-raising things. One of the leaders of Project 2025 last week on Steve Bannon's War Room podcast said, "We are launching a second American revolution." I'll paraphrase here. He said, "which will be bloodless if the left allows for it." A second revolution, a revolution against what? The sitting government? And if you do believe the government is run entirely by cultural Marxists and is weaponized against every individual American, I guess it is a revolution against the government. And you're only saying it will be bloodless if those on the left who might protest or resist or somehow try to stop it through democratic means?
You hear what he just said? It will be bloodless if the left allows it. And what did he say after that? I'm gonna let you hear it again.
It is a revolution against the government, and you're only saying it will be bloodless if those on the left who might protest or resist or somehow try to stop it through democratic means, but there might be blood.
Let me ask you a question. If, and it's a big ass if all this shit did come into play, would you protest? Would you try to stop it? because they just let you know. They letting you know it's gonna be blood all over the place if you do. If you try to get in between us and fucking this country up, setting this country back, listen, make a. They've been telling you from the beginning, make America great again. Them folks been telling you America was last great before the Civil War. Guess what was happening before the Civil War? Chains and whips, shackles, a whole bunch of people doing what Donald Trump do, which is whatever he want to do, take it when he want it, beat it if he can't take it, steal it, lie about it. That's what was going on back then. I keep telling y'all, then you got to think about it. Before they freed the slaves, there was no prisons in America because them folks could literally do whatever they wanted to do. They didn't need to lock up one of us. We was already locked the fuck up. We was already working and doing the free shit like you do in prison. Right now, you wake your ass up when the sun wake up and you take your ass out there in the field. At least in the prisons I was in, that's how it go. And you go out there and you do the slave labor for free. And if y'all don't think that's what we headed back to, man, look, I had to argue with some black folks last night. They was, man, I'm voting for Trump. Joe Biden too damn old. I'm like, you stupid motherfuckers. Do y'all not do y'all research? Do you not see what we up against right now? They came with the slogan, vote or die, too soon. I mean, I know it was like it came from making it seem like it was that serious. I remember skate or die was the game. This ain't got nothing to do with that. But what I'm saying is, they put it down there like your future depends on it. Well, bro, this is the future they were talking about. Bro, all you gotta do is, and I ain't trying to make you sound bad or, or none of that. I'm gonna break it down for you. The Constitution says in the 13th Amendment that all slavery is to be banned except, the key word, except as punishment. That punishment was prison, bro. Police derived from slave patrol. Slave patrol did not exist until after slavery was ended, and what slave patrol was police. They would police the area by patrolling. If they caught a motherfucker look like me or you, their job was to invent a crime. So they could put that motherfucker back in prison, which was slavery. And they ain't just put him in any slavery. They took him back to the slave plantation they was released from, because they figured that if I take somebody that was freed off Mr. Johnson form back to Mr. Johnson, didn't his nigga gonna know how to work Mr. Johnson form? He gonna know how to get Mr. Johnson cotton. He gonna know the lay of the land, all of that. So we gonna put your black ass right back where you came from. That was prison. Look this shit up. I tell you, I do your own research. First of all, I grew up with my friends, white, black, all that. People on here know I still got white friends to this day. And I'm not saying like, oh, I got white friends. No, I got white friends that I be at their house watching the game. I be at their house eating. We be going out to restaurants in motherfucking public in front of everybody. I be at their wedding. Look, I've never heard the Democratic Party telling motherfuckers, don't fuck with this person because of their race. Don't fuck with it. I heard that out of the Republican Party. Putting up walls and shit. Put up a wall. Keep them out. I heard the nominee for the presidential party on the Republican side talking about a black job. What the fuck is a black? You know what a black job is? Slavery. You know what a black job is? Cleaning toilets and that type of shit. That was reserved for the black folks. See that same bullshit? When they be like, oh, the Mexicans taking the black jobs. Bitch, that sound an awful lot like motherfuckers saying Niggas taking white jobs. What the fuck was a white job? You gotta realize they're not talking about the job when they say white or black. They talking about the person. Thing is, you know, Mexican taking my job. Ain't no foreigner taking my job. They getting their jobs. You know what I'm saying? I look around here, I don't see no abundance of motherfuckers without a job. Joe Biden did something about that. I've been working ever since goddamn me, Joe Biden got in office. Ain't had a problem. Make more money than a little bit working. Not one time have I said these motherfuckers out here taking my job. Not one time have I felt it. Now what I do say is, hey man, y'all know some Mexicans that work on cars? Y'all know some Mexicans that do rules? They can put up a fence. Wanna know why? It ain't because they Mexican. I mean, it is, but I'm gonna tell you why. Because for some reason, I found out that Mexicans really take pride in the work they do. I've taken my car to a Mexican mechanic and told him, hey bro, look at this for me, fix that for me. And when I come back, he done fixed 4 or 5 other things. Didn't charge me for it, but it's his work ethic and his pride in his work. To when he look at that motor and be like, you know what? I ain't did my job if I just fixed that motherfucking head right there, but then I see this man missing a bolt over here. I could easily just put that bolt on. You know what? It is what it is. And see, that's why people like you be looking so foolish, because you would get on here and try to say Democrats. Nah, bro. Democrats and Republicans, white, black, Chinese, everybody got good people and fucked up people in their group. Only thing is, and I should mention this in the last one we were doing about Trump. One of Trump's truths, one thing he said he was going to do that he really did was expose everybody. He drained the swamp. He showed us just how dumb Republicans was, how blindly loyal they would be to a crook, how fast they would turn against America and the Constitution that we live by. They have sworn to uphold. Be for real. Be for real. How can you call yourself an American if you would stand by a motherfucker that says he wanted to be a dictator for 1 second? What happened to all them old movies and all the old stories when the white people used to be like, you fucking commie, you're communism. Now, you got a motherfucker running for president to say he want to be a communist. And you say, well shit, he on our side, so I'm going to ride with him. Guess what? This is real. I don't give a damn what you say about black people. You're not going to come in my hood and tell me that this a rapist just moved in across the street, and because he black, I'm going to be cool with him. Because he black, I'm going to let my kids go outside while he out there. I'm going to just let him live over there across the street. Nah, bro, you got to go. You not, it's too many kids right here. It's a park down the street, churches and shit. Kids like to walk down the street to the store. You been out here doing something to kids, bro. You can't live in this neighborhood. I don't give a damn how black you is. Guess what else? You gonna tell me that Donald Trump is a felon, can't vote, but he can run? What type of sense that make? He can't go down the street and get a job because he a felon, but he can hold the highest job in the world, at least the highest position in the country. Then you can't get entry level at the motherfucking tire shop down the street because you's a motherfucking felon. But you can be the president of the United States. Only a Republican go for that. Only a Republican. Democrats ain't going for that shit. But let's get back to it, man. You just took about 5 minutes out so I could expose you some more and your people, y'all can.
If they do that, those kind of things alarm lots and lots of people, not just Democrats, not just liberals, not just progressives. Lots of people in America are like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? A revolution and blood and compliance of the left? So right after that, former President Trump said, I don't know anything about it. That's not true. He knows plenty about it. Many of the people who are most visible in Project 2025 worked in his administration. They are friends with all the other people who are part of a kitchen cabinet or sort of a government waiting for President Trump. So he knows all about this, and he knows what it's built for. He knows why it's been built, but he doesn't want to take the political heat being generated by it just now.
And so what are we hearing from both Democrats and Republicans about this?
Well, this is a welcome respite for Democrats who want something else to talk about other than the constant writhing conversation about whether or not President Biden will be the Democratic nominee or not. We're almost in our second week of that conversation, Anne-Marie, and Democrats, for understandable strategic reasons, are tired of that conversation. They can't seem to find their way out of it, but they have found a kind of thing elsewhere to direct some of their attention, which is to Project 2025. And if the conversation about the future of President Biden had already been resolved, this would be a main topic because it would be something Democrats would focus attention on. They're only halfway able to do that now because of the ongoing drama around whether or not President Biden will be the party's nominee.
All right, Major Garrett, always great talking to you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Now we're gonna listen to some more between the lines shit. One of the people who started the, should I say, I ain't gonna say started it, but one of the people who spearheading this shit, they got to do with the talking, and basically he told on himself, he told on President Trump.
What do you take away from Donald Trump distancing himself from your project?
Well, first of all, thanks for the question. I think that if you consider that the Biden campaign has spent $15 million on attack ads, obviously primarily on President Trump, our standard bearer this year, but some millions of those have gone against Project 2025 in particular, then if you're running for president and you're trying to win not just any campaign, but what we think at Heritage is the most significant campaign in modern American history, then it makes sense that politically you want to pivot from that. There are no hard feelings from us at Project 2025 or Heritage about that. We love President Trump.
Do I need to play it again? Ain't number 41 seconds. I can. I will. Let me explain something what I took from that. Basically what he said was, what's up, Toot? We understand why Trump is distancing himself from us. They attacking him right now. They trying to kill his campaign. And they attacking us because we fucked up. If you was trying to win a campaign, you would want to get away from us too. Because we fucked up. And the world is seeing how fucked up we is and what we got going on. So if dude want to win, of course he would denounce us. But this is the thing about it. We talking about the same man who wouldn't denounce the Proud Boys. We talking about the same motherfucker that would not denounce, goddamn me, David Duke. None of them type of motherfuckers. He ain't denounced nobody so far. But Project 2025 is so heinous that he like, hey, man, I don't know these motherfuckers. I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. I wish him luck though. Come on, bro. You know these people. You've given these people jobs before, all of them. Every last one of them. Ain't name one of these motherfuckers you have not employed, not hired, not taken advice from, not ran with, not hung with. All of them, you know them. You was probably right there in the room when they came and they was taking your notes like, okay, this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to write the oath for me. Because think about it like this. What other president in history, or what other person in America can you think of besides Donald Trump that would run for office and want his people to pledge a blind loyalty to him? Like, be for real. That's some Donald Trump shit through and through. He denounced who 200 times? I need to hear this answer. He denounced who 200 times? Because what I heard him say was, when they asked him about David Duke, instead of him just saying, yeah, I denounce him, I don't fuck with dude, I don't approve of his message, I'm not down with none of this shit, he said, how can I denounce him? I don't know. I've never met the guy. Nigga, I never met Trump, but I bet I denounce Trump right now. Right now. From this moment forward, I don't want nothing to do with the man. I don't want nothing to do with none of his policies or none of that shit. None of the evil shit he do, none of the attacks he done did, or the ones he threatening, the ones he planning to do that he tell us right to our face. I don't want nothing to do with none of that. I don't want to do nothing with none of his hate, none of the bullshit he spew. I'm not trying to take no oath to do and go by none of the shit. I don't approve of him telling little girls that he gonna date them in a few years, not 10 years. A few years, which a few to me is like 3 or 4, and you tell that to a 10-year-old. Put her right at the age of them girls that said he was taking something from them. Yeah, if you do the math right, don't try to add no few more years on, because the man said a few years. I don't approve of grabbing them by the pussy. I don't approve of sometimes I just start kissing them. I don't even ask. I just go right in for it. And when you're a superstar and a celebrity, they let you do it sometimes. I don't approve of dude buying teenage Miss America pageants and then saying he do it so he can inspect the girls, walk in on them in the locker rooms and in the dressing room while they naked. I don't approve of none of that shit. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, when you vote for him, you tell me you do. How can you tell me that you voting for this man, but you not voting for all the bullshit he done? The shit you know he done, the shit he been accused of doing. Come on now, where smoke is fire. This man had 20 sexual assault cases pending when he decided to run for president. The first time. Be for real. What's up with it? I'm just saying, man, be for real. I mean, you welcome to come on here and say whatever you want to say. I mean, you can if you think you can explain it. And please just don't come on here and tell me that was locker room talk. Boy, I done been in so many locker rooms. I'm a grown ass man. I've been in locker rooms since I was a kid. Now, I will tell you this. There are some men that talk like that. But guess what? Those are the men that do that shit. Let me explain something to you today. I was watching another podcast, man, where they be in the barbershop and they be dudes just talking about regular dude shit. Most of the music. But he said something, he was talking about a line, a bar that Rick Ross used. And what he said was, put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it. Time out. He said, man, I know a lot of dudes lie in their raps. But that's not the type of shit you make up to lie about. It just rhymes, so I said it. I wrote it down on paper, and then I went in the booth, and I rehearsed it on the mic, and then I recorded it on the mic, and then I put it out in a song. I didn't realize, bro, you say you put drugs in this woman's drink, you drugged her, and then you took her home, and she didn't even know it. And you enjoyed that, and she ain't even... Rick Ross lost millions behind saying that shit. Thing about it is, nobody that listened to Rick Ross co-sign that shit say, oh man, that was just... Say, bro, even if it's just some shit you said, some shit you shouldn't say. So even if he was just trying to impress that dude behind those closed doors, not knowing that microphone was on, you should have been being yourself. If that ain't yourself, you should have been being yourself. But what we think in the world, the real world, is when you behind closed doors and it's just you and one other person and you don't think nobody else gonna hear this shit, that's when you are being yourself. So when you get put in that situation and you say, man, I grab her by the pussy, you can do it when you rich, that's what the fuck you mean. If you've already had women saying you grabbed them without permission, without asking, and then even after you say you grab him by the pussy, you say, sometimes I just start kissing him. I don't even ask. Well, bro, they fall in line with all the rest of the sick shit you being accused of. How do you not see that? And I'm not talking about him. He know what the hell going on. He was right there when it happened. Y'all, to take up for him, how do you not see that? Do you not have a mama? I bet you got one. I bet you got a grandmother. You probably got some aunties. You might have a daughter or a wife. What if she walked across a rich dude one day and just felt like it was okay? She gonna let me do it because I'm rich. Come on now. Answer them questions. Like, you type that other shit on here. Answer that question. How would you feel if it was your wife that came home and was like, man, I went to a damn Trump rally and he invited me backstage and everything was going good, but next thing I know, this motherfucker was kissing me and had his hand down my pants? What if that was your daughter came and was like, Daddy, I was trying to support Trump and he called me to the back and that's what he did to me. I was trying to fight him off, but I couldn't. And then when she came out and went public with it, all your buddies, the people that you supposed to be at the rallies with, and you know what I'm saying, y'all, what if they all turned on your daughter because she said something about Trump that they didn't like? How would you feel? This is the thing about it. Nobody's thinking to ask me how would I feel if Biden did that, because Biden ain't known for doing that type of shit. I have never heard nobody accuse Biden of doing that shit. What if it was, guess what? Then I would be pissed the fuck off. But guess what? I haven't seen it. Now, is he running around here sniffing on folks? Sniffing on where? And what I'm saying is, answer the question. Don't go from grabbing pussy to sniffing motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? Answer the question. I said, what would you do if your daughter came home and told you Trump done sexually assaulted her? You had me with what if Biden snipped up? Man, quit that bullshit. Quit the bullshit. Stick to the real shit, man. I'm just saying, we grown. You saying you wouldn't have a hard time believing he did it decades ago. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever heard of a motherfucker that's killed a bunch of people or killed anybody, and then they get out of prison and then they be like, man, they let him free and he killed somebody else, and they be like, man, I thought he would reform. If you can put a motherfucker through prison and not reform from the bullshit, you think a motherfucker gonna be reformed just because he want to be back in office? This motherfucker is showing you he'll lie, cheat, and steal to get what he want. That he'll send a mob down to the Capitol to get what he want. That he'll make them phone calls behind closed doors and tell him, I just need 11,000. And he'll do whatever he need to get what he want. But you gonna tell me, I would believe if he did it decades ago. Let me ask you this question. Both candidates are not desirable. I would say that. Saying they both suck, I wouldn't say that, because I look at the facts of the situation. I don't give a damn about Joe Biden being old as fuck. I look at what he inherited as a country. I look at how bad Donald Trump fucked this country up in them 4 years. Trillions of dollars in debt. We went from billions to trillions in debt. We lost almost 100 million jobs or more. We lost a lot of people. People died all over the place because Donald Trump was like, we don't need the CDC and all these doctors telling us what to do. I'm Trump. I know better than anybody. Just inject some bleach in your arm and you'll cure the COVID. Just take a fluorescent light and rub it over your body and you'll cure the COVID. This is y'all leader, bro. This is who y'all want back in office. Man, motherfuckers was dead. They were stacked up in the hallways of the hospital, bodies all in U-Hauls and shit. And this motherfucker's telling y'all to drink bleach. Ingest some disinfectant. Thing is, you talking about the two. We talking about the lesser of two evils. I just gave y'all a whole list of evil. People dying, people crying, people getting sexually assaulted, businesses being took, motherfuckers steady lying on everything they do, fraud in the government, stealing our money. I done broke down to y'all before how much a president makes. I done broke down to y'all before how much it costs a week for a president to do his job. I also broke down to y'all how Trump was getting twice that, 3 times that, 4 times that, 12 times that amount by going to his own house in Mar-a-Lago and charging us for him to go home and play golf every weekend. Nigga didn't miss a golf weekend. Come on now. Bitch, you went home every weekend and played golf every weekend for 4 years. And it cost us $12 million a weekend. How are you charging Secret Service to stay in your goddamn house and protect you? How? And then you charge them inflated rates. You see what I'm saying? Inflated rates. What type of low ass motherfucker would bury their ex-wife on a golf course just so they wouldn't get taxed on the golf course no more? You don't think that woman deserves to be buried with her family, with her mother, her daddy? Did your kids agree that when they died, they want to be buried on the golf course too? By their mama? Like, that's an agreement? Or that was just a money grab for you at the time? Like, be for real, y'all. Come on, man. Trump is a crook. Trump was a crook before he got in office, but on day one of office, first thing he did to let me know, because I'm going to just be real with you. I tried to see a silver lining when Trump was nominated, was declared the president. I told myself, you know what? He has the opportunity to be the greatest president in U.S. history, if he actually wants to be there. About 45 minutes later, I found out Trump was like, nope, I will not hand over my businesses and put them in a blind trust. I'm going to give them to my kids. They have nothing to do with the presidency. I will not be making money off of them businesses. And then about a week later, his kids was having jobs in the motherfucking administration. And he was getting filthy rich off of them businesses. Them same hotels, he was flying leaders from all over the world. They'd be doing business in one country, but they'd be sleeping and spending the night in his country for a lot of money. Even when he went to Mar-a-Lago and they was taxing us, who the hell you think was getting their money? He was. That's his property. He was getting their money. When he was telling y'all that I'm going to ban these illegals, I'm going to put up a wall, there were illegals working for this motherfucker at Mar-a-Lago. Double-digit illegals. Motherfucker with no green card. And you going to tell me that he really wanted to get rid of illegals? No. He said that because he knew the racist people would back that up and they would support that. They would love to hear that. Ask me whatever you want to ask me, bro. I answer it, but I bet it ain't gonna make me sound as dumb as the people who support Trump. Who do I think is the most racist? Trump. See, bro, you need to realize who you talk to. I'm the same motherfucker who was like, when my people that's watching right now told me, hey man, Biden called some black people super predators. I'm the motherfucker that said, shit, was he lying? Because I step outside, I see little kids walking around with switches on them. I hear motherfuckers in music talking about killing motherfuckers every day. Yeah, them super predators. See, that's one thing you gotta know about me, bro. I get on black people's ass too. Yeah, I stay taking these rappers down through there. These motherfuckers that could be talking about some positive shit, but they talk about that negative shit. I don't do shit one way, my dude. I just don't. It ain't me. I'm a real motherfucker. I'm gonna call out the bullshit wherever I see it at. This is an episode just about Trump. But feel free to subscribe. I bet you see me taking a black person ass down through there for some bullshit too. Real quick. As anybody on my platform, they say, man, don't spread no motherfucker in the wrong. I don't. I rarely be on here talking about white people. But we got a country at stake, bro. We got a corrupt Supreme Court. And who do you think they working for? They ain't crooked to help your ass. They helping these billionaires, the ones that buying their mama's houses and putting them on private jets and all this shit. Do you think these billionaires out here, you think they in Trump pocket or Biden pocket? Hell yeah. Racists don't just come in white skin. Racists can even be racist against their own damn skin. It worked like that. I know some white people don't like white people. I know some black people don't like black people. And I'm not saying like, oh, they don't like some black people. No, they don't like black people. They wish the goddamn hell they was white. They wish the mama wasn't black, their daddy wasn't black. They never went to a family reunion. This hippity hop shit, I don't want to hear it. I'm not from the hood, don't want to be in the hood. Man, you got people like that all over the place. And I also agree that there is corruption on every level of the government. The Constitution is flawed, but the people that are trying to change it ain't trying to fix it. They trying to make it even worse. And see, the thing about it is, Trump had the opportunity to be a forward-thinking person. He had the opportunity to have MAGA stand for Make a Greater America. But he chose to make America great again, like when it was all fucked up back in the day. Like, be for real. I know that a lot of white people can look back and say, yeah, America used to be great for us. We was like kings. We didn't have to work. Black folks worked for us. We didn't have to raise our own kids. Black folks raised our kids. We didn't have to breastfeed them. Black folks did that. We didn't have to cook. Black folks did that. We didn't have to bathe ourselves. Black folks did that. We didn't have the cotton, the beans, greens, potatoes, none of that. Black folks did it for us. We never went to prison. We never caught charges. We never got beat. We never got did wrong. We were kings around this bitch. And America was great. Guess what? It was great for them. It wasn't great for us. It's gotten better. Never been great. Like Biden said, all men are created equal. That's the idea we're working towards. Never quite been there. Never gave up. I don't feel equal to other motherfuckers in this country. I've been treated fucked up by the police. I've been accused of shit. I've been led astray. You think I was always this smart? I was, but guess what? Like I say, if you would watch some of my videos, you would know. I dropped out of school in 9th grade under the direction of my white principal. The woman that was supposed to educate me pulled me in her office and told me, hey, Phil, you know you old enough to drop out of school? What she said was, let's have a grown-up to grown-up conversation. Come in my office. You 16 now, you know you can legally quit school. You don't have to be here. This same woman has suspended me 3 times in a row. I caught a 3-day suspension. I came back to school. The same day I came back to school, I caught a 5-day suspension. Nothing I did, nothing the teacher sent me to the office for. I was called to the office by the same principal. Got in her office, she said, hey, I think you did this. You suspended for 3 days. I came back. She told me, hey, I think you did this. You suspended for 5 days. When I came back from that suspension, she was standing on the sidewalk with the police. I stepped out the bus and she told the police, that's him right there. Immediately, I was putting the handcuffs on the sidewalk in front of the school, walked into the building, shown some gang graffiti, and she told the principal if he didn't do it, whoever did it because he told him to. Take him to jail. And the police told her, we can't take him to jail for that. You don't have no proof that he did none of this. When the police unhandcuffed me, she told me, come with her to my office, where she wrote up suspension papers for 14 days. When I came back from them 14 days, she called me in the office and told me, let's have a grown-up talk. You 16 now, you can quit school. I had a birthday over the time I was suspended for the 14 days. I turned 16. Legal age of being able to drop out of school. And she sat there and gave me this speech like, ain't you tired of me fucking with you? Ain't you tired of getting kicked out of school dealing with my bullshit? And I'm like, yeah. She said, well, you can just quit. You don't have to be here. I know you don't want to be here dealing with this bullshit I be putting you through. You can quit. What you want to do? I told her I quit. Right hand to God. As soon as I said that, she picked up the phone. The police station was down the street. You could see it. One block with a school on it. Next block, school on it. A football field in the middle. Both of these schools shared this football field. When you hit the corner of that school, that street that go this way, side street, on the other end, you couldn't keep going straight. That was the police station. So as soon as I said that, I don't want to do this shit no more. She picked up the phone and said, yes. Police, I have somebody trespassing on my school property. I ran out the door. Luckily, my mama wasn't dumb like that. So when I got home, she told me, you can quit. But you're going to have to go get your GED or something, or you ain't going to be staying here. 14 days later, I had my GED, and I graduated at 16 years old. Never been to high school. Top 17% in the country. The whole United States of America, I'm top 17% at 16 years old. Right now, with no high school education, I legally make way more money, probably 3 times more money than that principal ever made. I don't make $1 off YouTube. I do this shit because I want to. I can literally go anywhere. If I was on this phone, I can show you on the phone I'm talking to. I could go in here and show you right now. I don't make $1 off YouTube. I'm not one of these people to get paid to come on here and bash motherfuckers or lie to motherfuckers or tell them whatever they want to hear. I get on here to inform people. I get on here to help folks. I get on here because I know it'll be so easy for people to go down that same road I went down. White, black, Chinese, Mexican. Everybody deserves a chance. Because you never know which one of these white folks, which one of these black folks, Chinese folks, Mexicans is actually going to be that person to bring America out of this bullshit we in. You never know which one of them is going to be the person that fixes it where ain't none of us going through this shit no more. People just gave some names of folks from other countries. Well, it could be somebody from another country to come over and tell us, hey, man, y'all got the wrong perspective. I'm on the outside looking in so I can see everything. It's like a chess game. When I'm on the chessboard and you on the chessboard, we going against each other, we don't see everything because we think we got our own straight. I'm trying to outsmart you, you trying to outsmart me, but then you got a motherfucker sitting over here on the sideline to see what both of us doing. He like, damn, if he do that, he gonna fuck up. But if he do that, he got his ass. So it might be one of these foreigners, one of these Chinese people, one of these Mexicans, one of these Puerto Ricans, a Haitian, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker from Korea or Japan, they can come over and say, this is the piece of the puzzle y'all been missing this whole time. If you do this, if you change this, if you switch this over here, this racism shit, all that shit will start to fade. See, I'm the type of dude who tell you, look at here, bro. I can put myself in a white child's shoes and imagine having black friends, white friends, Mexican friends, and don't give a damn about none of that. And then I come home and my uncle is telling me the same shit I just said a minute ago. Do you know it was a point in time in America where we were the kings? We didn't have to do none of this shit. We didn't have to get up and work all goddamn day. We didn't have to do this. We didn't have to do that. We didn't. Them motherfuckers did it for us. And then the same white kid go to school one day and the teacher tell him, yep, back in the day, you was the slaves and you was the slave masters. They treated y'all like cattle and you couldn't do shit about it. And now the little white boy is like, damn. So my uncle and my auntie and my grandma and my grandpa and my mom and dad was all right when they told me this shit. It didn't sound right, but now the teacher is confirming this in the book. And then from that point forward, you got a motherfucker to look at black people like, motherfucker, you ain't shit. You supposed to be washing my motherfucking feet. You supposed to be raising my motherfucking kids and my motherfucking cattle. You supposed to be out there in the goddamn field getting my grass, getting my beans, getting my peas, getting my potatoes. And I supposed to be sit back up on a goddamn horse or kick back with my feet up. Thing is, that shit don't work for everybody. You see what I'm saying? It don't work for everybody. And America is the one country that's supposed to be for everybody. And it's like I always tell a motherfucker. I've been told several times to go back where I come from. And I'm like, bitch, I came from down the street. But you know what? How about you go back where you come from if you don't like it? You don't want to be around all these motherfucking black people, all these motherfucking Mexicans? Why don't you go back across the pond? You take your ass back over there to England or the Caucasus Mountains or wherever the fuck. Great Britain, France. Going back, take your ass back over there. See, you in the melting pot. Where it's supposed to be black people, it's supposed to be white people. It's supposed to be Chinese people, it's supposed to be Mexican people. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of Asians, all kinds of Africans, Middle Easterns, all that's supposed to be here. This is America. Give us your tired, your poor, your hungry. You got freedom to get the fuck out if you don't like it. But people don't like to exercise that freedom. You see what I'm saying? They want to exercise some made up shit. They own agendas like, hey, you leave. No, this ain't the country where if you don't like it, I leave. This is the country where if you don't like it, you got the right to leave. You see what I'm saying? Another thing I always try to ask people is, do y'all not see the relationship with Trump and Putin? Like, y'all don't see that? When y'all be cheering for him, do y'all not notice that his wife speaks Russian? His kids are Russian. They have Russian blood in them. Half his, half Russian, but Putin is his baby daddy. I know y'all be looking at Ivana like Ivanka, whatever her damn name is. One of them was her, one of them was her mama. Both of them was Russian. Ivana and Ivanka is some real Russian ass names. It's just like Igor and Ivan. Yeah, those are some real Russian ass names. And I don't have too much against Russians. I got something against Russia, the country of Russia. They policy, they politics, all that type of shit. They ways, the way they wage war on a motherfucker. The way they bow down to Putin and do everything he wants them to do, whether it's right or wrong. Same reason why I don't like the MAGA crowd, because they bow down for Trump and do whatever he wants them to do, whether it's right or wrong. It's usually wrong. Like, just be for real. What righteous, like truly righteous thing have we heard about Trump? What truly righteous thing has the media been able to get on the news and say, today Trump did this? It's amazing. Today Trump saved this. Today Trump preserved this. Today he did none of that. He could even talk that shit about the border. But the reason, I'm going to read that in a second. I don't care how many languages she speaks. I care about this. Did you know that she also has then there's many charges pending as daddy. I'm gonna give you some context clues. There's a building that she bought and had built in Canada. She lied to some Japanese investors and told them that that building was 85% paid for, meaning the rooms was already paid for and bought. Y'all don't have to worry about getting y'all money back if you invest in this property, because as soon as it opened, I already got 85% of the rooms sold. She had like 9% of the rooms sold. So now she getting sued behind that. It's called wire fraud because you lied and you did it from one country to another country. You got these motherfuckers to invest their money under false pretenses. You don't really hear too much about that case because, like I say, that building is in Canada. So if you was in Canada, you would be hearing about it. If you was watching Canadian news all the time, you would be hearing about it. Not the only thing she did. Her and her husband, they've taken billions of dollars from the Middle Eastern people that we are at odds with. Hey, Bill Clinton did a whole lot of shit. One thing I will say he didn't do, he's not a billionaire. He's not a 100 millionaire. He's not a 50 millionaire. He's not a 20 millionaire. His wife still works. The only reason he don't work is because he was the president. He retired. You don't go back to work after that. Like, you can say they took all that money or they did all that. Where's that? Why are they not living the life of luxury richer than everybody else? And one of them talking about moving to the Middle East. They didn't got so much money over there. They talking about moving over there. The whole thing about it is every dollar they got from over there was illegal. You see what I'm saying? So it sounds good to talk about moving over there for that, but maybe you moving over there to escape some of these charges, just like your dad trying to escape some charges. And that's what I'm saying. You could try to, and this is one thing I don't like, bro. I mean, I don't mind. You can do it all you want to, because I'm just going to show you what the real is. Why every time I point out something about Trump, you try to go find somebody else that well, what about this person? Well, what about that person? We're not on that person, bro. Nobody's trying to stop Bill Clinton from becoming president because he wants to be king and he wants people to pledge loyalty to him and he wants immunity to commit whatever crime he can. And so what about Bill Clinton? What about him? Bill Clinton didn't do none of that. He got his dick sucked. All men do. What about it? Thing about it is, the woman that sucked his dick wanted to. That's what she wanted to do. When she came out with like, hey, I sucked dude's dick. She didn't say, hey, dude made me suck his dick. Dude threatened me to suck his dick. Dude choked me out and put dick in my throat while I was asleep. No. And see, I can talk like this because, like I say, I'm not monetized. They can't take no money from me. Everybody do got skeletons in their closet. But what I'm telling you is, most people's skeletons aren't detrimental to the country. Bill Clinton getting his dick sucked is not detrimental to the country. You see what I'm saying? When you got a motherfucker that's paying people off so they can commit crimes and so they can lie and so they can even get the job in the first place, that's detrimental to the country, bro. When you such a badass president, did all our allies are looking at us like, bro, if y'all don't get this motherfucker out of office, we gonna quit fucking with America, bro. See, it's certain things and standards, morals that America stood on for a long time that made us the superpower. But once Trump got in office and he started turning his back on his allies and he started lying and he started cheating and he started stealing, people looked at America like, nope, we don't respect y'all no more. You have no morals. You're not the moral compass no more. You cannot fly around the country enforcing morality on other people when you have none. It's the reason why America was able to go into anybody's country with a war and tell them, hey, shut that shit down. Because they couldn't look at us and say, well, what about you? Well, look at what you're doing. What they gonna say? Well, you want us to quit killing people? Your president got his dick sucked. Yeah, he did get his dick sucked. It's a stressful job. He needed a stress reliever. But he wasn't in the back of the Oval Office smoking crack. He wasn't back there killing folks. He wasn't putting guns to people's head, threatening them. He wasn't lying to y'all. He wasn't stealing money from the people. The man got his dick sucked. And so did his father before him. And so did yours. Bro, it ain't even the fact that he want to leave NATO. It's the fact that he told NATO, look, pay me or pay me no mind. I'm like, Trump, you don't get it, bro. But Trump, he get it. Y'all the ones don't get it. Trump not worried about NATO because Trump and Putin and goddamn me, Kim Jong-un and the motherfucking China plan is to become the 4th biggest dictators in the world at one time. To conquer every other country, meaning every country in NATO, and split that shit up 4 ways. I'm gonna run this over here. You gonna run that over there. You gonna run this over here. You gonna run that over there. Forever. Trump wanted where he come out of office, Don Jr. going to office. If he die, Don Jr. is the new president. We gonna keep it in the family until it ain't no more family. Be for real, man. Y'all see this shit. I just told y'all about the airplane that came over here, and the day after that, his airplane gassed up and went over there. Bro, why the fuck is you kicking with Putin so hard? Because, I'm telling you, these motherfuckers got a plan to try to take over the whole world. Can't do it without immunity. Because NATO is going to hold America accountable. And they're going to make us hold him accountable. But if he has immunity, then he can just say, hey, you know what? Okay, I did that. It's my fault. What you going to do about it? Matter of fact, little country over here, you are now American property. No, we not. Oh, you not? Well, let me send 100,000 missiles over there and see how you feel tomorrow. Now, I done sent a couple thousand people. All you people dead, we don't care. America. If y'all want to go over there and rebuild, matter of fact, you don't even have a choice. I need contractors to over there and build it up the way I want it. Trump hotels in every country. Man, be for real. I learned as a kid, you don't put rich motherfuckers in office because the office is not a job. It's a position. It's a responsibility. It's not for you to make money. It's for you to make changes. It's for you to make it better. Trump ain't coming to office to make shit better. Dude came in office to make money. He wants to be a king. He wants it where every dollar in the U.S. Treasury has his name on it. That's his money. And he sees fit to dispense it how he wants to. He want to get rid of the federal government that has guidelines and rules and regulations. Say, nah, Trump, you can't do that. He just told you on Project 2025, he wanted to where you can say, you know what? All y'all fired. Hey, O'Bannon, go over there and hire some people who loyal to me. Make them take an oath. Make them sign the paperwork. And I'm sitting here like, how do y'all? I don't give a damn how racist you are. I don't give a damn how much hate you got in your heart. I don't give a damn how greedy you are, how much you're a billionaire, so you think, okay, what it take? How do you go for that type of shit? What billionaire is so dumb they don't know that kings can tell a billionaire, hey, that's a pretty nice bank account you got. Give it here. And you can't say nothing. You're not a billionaire no more. You a motherfucking peasant. King just took your money. Damn, that nice house you got. Give it here. Damn, your wife beautiful. What's your daughter look like? Give her here. That's king shit. There's nothing against the law. When the king say do it, you do it, or you die, or you go to jail. Right. Trump would have been king on January 6th if Mike Pence didn't have a motherfucking backbone. Are you not listening to none of the shit I'm saying? Do you not see what Trump wants to do when he get in office? Do you not see that he don't care about this country or the people in this country at all? The only thing I see wrong with Joe Biden is the motherfucker getting older every day. He don't have the nuts. Because look, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. With the shit Trump got going on, if they gave me immunity, that's what Biden don't realize. The same immunity Trump saying he put to go do all this bullshit with, Biden got that right now. I would tell him, hey, new law. If you can't vote, you can't run. Sorry, Trump. I would wipe away the motherfucking Supreme Court, replace all the motherfuckers that got caught up in scandals. Next thing I would do is tell them, hey, this is no longer a lifetime job. You bitches got 8 years, and you will be up for review. If you pass review, then you might be able to get another 4 years. No longer a lifetime job. Every motherfucker who runs for office and gets elected free and clear, you have greater responsibility, so you're about to have greater consequences. If you are found scamming your state, scamming your office, breaking laws, any of that, 25 years. Now, of course, we're not going to say, oh, you did it, 25 years. You're going to court. 25-year minimum is what you're going to get. I'm not talking about none of that half of a half shit. No, motherfucker, you probably going to die in prison because you could do every day of 25 years if you misuse this office. They go from the president down to the motherfucking mayors and everybody in between. City councilman. If you're stealing money out the office, 25 years. If you're in this motherfucker, you touching on it, 25 years. Minimum. You gonna respect this office, or you gonna not run from it. You're not gonna run for it. 20 judges even more, 50 years. Chosen to rule over the law and judge over people who break or do not break the law. So if you know all the law, you've been in law school and all this and here, you know the law like this, you a lawyer, you a judge, 50 years. Because you damn sure knew what you was doing. They say ignorance of the law is no exception, but bitch, when you know the law, you knew what you was doing, 50 years. Now you know your consequences. See, me as a president, I would be too sensible. I understand what he meant. Now, can I say he was wrong for that? Yeah. But basically what he was saying was, if you a black person and you vote for this motherfucker over here knowing or blindly acting like you don't know, because guess what? I'm going to let you in on a secret. We say the same shit. All these black people that run around here lying for Trump, the black woman that jumped up at Chick-fil-A and was hugging on him. Ooh, me and my family love you so much, Mr. Trump. I'm going to vote for you. And then you find out a week later that she actually works for him and has worked for him for the last 5 years. And then you see that same black woman at the motherfucking barber shop. You see that same black woman that was up in Detroit, supposed to be at the black church, that really was a white church. But you see this black woman here acting. We look at them type of people like, yeah, that bitch ain't black. Bitch, your skin black. You ain't black. So like I said, yeah, it's some shit that you ain't supposed to say out loud that was one on Trump, and Biden shouldn't have said that. But do I agree with him? Hell motherfucking yeah. Hell yeah. And they're just being honest. It ain't even got shit to do with just because I'm black. I would feel the same way if Barack Obama was sitting there plotting and planning and doing white people dirty, I would look at white people like, so you gonna vote for him? You stupid as hell. Now you the new type of dummy. That's just being real, bro. But you know what else? I'm not half offended as Biden saying, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black as I am, as Trump saying, the blacks identify with me. Who the fuck is the blacks? The blacks identify with me because of my mugshot. No, we don't, motherfucker. Because I'm going to tell you some real shit. I don't forget. You just now getting on this side of the law. You've always been on the other side, the point the finger side. See, I remember the Central Park 5 being exonerated by DNA evidence, but Donald Trump doubling down by saying, oh, they should be executed. These were kids, black kids, a couple of Hispanic kids, children, 15 years and younger, proven to be innocent by DNA evidence and were released. And Donald Trump fought like hell, like, nope, death penalty, kill them little motherfuckers. You don't think that's worse than the motherfucker saying, oh man, if you vote for that motherfucker, you can't be black. See, it's motherfuckers that forget that type of shit. I ain't forgot that type of shit. I ain't forgot the applications that used to come through for his buildings, and he would tell the people, hey, put a C on it in the corner for colored, so we'll know to throw the applications out. You see what I'm saying? Donald Trump is one of the worst human beings, period. It ain't even just about racial shit. That's just part of it. That's just part of it. I'm a damn man. But you think I don't agree with women having rights? A right to choose? It's very narcissistic for a motherfucker to tell a woman that I don't care if you've been raped, you're going to have that baby after you've been convicted and failed 2 rape charges. Not 1, 2. So how the hell do you get to tell little girls that if she get raped in the park or walking home from school, you don't give a damn? Abortion is illegal, and I want you to have that baby. I don't give a damn that little motherfucker come out looking just like your attacker. You better love him anyway. You better hug him and kiss him anyway. You better look dead in your attacker's face every day and deal with it. I don't give a damn if you 12 years old, 13, none of that. Bro, he don't have to say that. When you say that abortion should be illegal, that's what you're saying. Be for real. When you saying a motherfucker, it don't matter what happened, how you got pregnant, you gotta have that baby. When you say that if a doctor aborts that baby, that doctor should be in prison, that's what you saying, bro. So don't tell me what he didn't say. There's a lot of shit he didn't say. He didn't say, hey, y'all, go down there and attack the motherfuckers in the Capitol building so I can get my presidency back. He said a whole lot of shit. He didn't say those words. But we all heard those words. You see what I'm saying? We all heard those words. Ain't nobody no dummies around here, bro. We grown ass people. You can't gaslight us. It's like Kendrick Lamar told Drake, hey Drake, they're not slow. Tell your people what you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. We ain't slow, bro. When you sitting down here and you telling people you're not gonna have a country, guess what? It's 4 years later. And the MAGA people ain't woke up and seen the economy is better than it was that day. The gas prices are lower than they was that day. More motherfuckers got jobs. That means less motherfuckers out here robbing, stealing, and selling drugs. Come on now. We got a gun law that we ain't had for the last 30 years. But you gonna tell me we not gonna have a country unless you go down here and fight like hell. That's what he told them folks on January 6th. We not gonna have a country unless you go down there and fight like hell. Guess what? 4 years in passed, Trump is not in office, and we still got a damn country. We fighting for it, but we still got a country. And you can say lie, what's the lie? Because I tell you right now, $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $11, $12, $13. If you can go show me right now, tell me where to go, I'll pull it up on this phone. Direct proof that our motherfucking country is doing worse than we was doing in Trump's last day in office, I will cash out you $1,300 right now. Show me where our economy is worse than it was then, not better. Show me where the job situation is worse than it was then, not better. $1,300, I'm gonna cash app it to you. You don't think I got it? God damn, I wish it wasn't on another phone. I ain't gonna just show y'all my money that I got on me. But trust me, I got even more in the bank. Man, Chicken Tiger, you ain't lying. You is not lying. People believe what they want to believe. They don't. I tell y'all all the time. Shit, try. But I tell y'all all the time, man, and I'm saying this now for the people who is on the show that ain't usually on here. When I tell y'all some shit, I tell you, don't believe me. Go do your own research. I'm just gonna give you the footnotes. Go teach yourself. Go look this shit up for yourself. That way you don't have to sit back and say, Uncle Phil said this. You can sit back and say, this is what it is. I know it. I do my own research. I look this shit up. I read. Because a lot of these motherfuckers don't read, they just repeat what they heard Trump say. Trump take credit for a lot of shit that was going on way before him. We did this, we know you didn't. You didn't do that. Obama did that. I agree with that. But I will say this, it was a lot more, because this is what we're going to say. And I've asked people this before. This ain't a $1,300 question. But can you tell me, now, you brought up the cost of groceries. Do you realize that when the groceries went up, Joe Biden fixed it where you made more money than you ever made in your life? A motherfucker at McDonald's making $20 an hour. So don't go and tell me a loaf of bread cost $3.50. Yeah, motherfucker, and when a loaf of bread was $1.50, you was making $12 an hour. Can't have it both ways now. You can't be making $20 an hour and everything's still the price it used to be in the 80s. You see what I'm saying? You just can't do it. It don't work like that. That's the thing about it. If you listen to anything I said, bro, it's not because Trump hurt a motherfucker's feelings, because Trump is trying to destroy America. Trump is trying to take over some shit for himself. Let me ask you this. What's Trump policies? What is he trying to change in America to benefit us? We know he want to change some shit to benefit him so he can go out to his enemies and so he can stay out of prison and so he can do this. What is dude doing to benefit us? Because I was about to say this earlier and I got sidetracked. In 2016 and in 2020, Trump ran under illegals, border patrol, all that shit, right? Well, what do you say about when they came with the bipartisan plan to fix the border? Right, Lower Texas. When they came with the bipartisan plan and Trump came out directly and said, hey, don't agree to that. I need to run on that. Like, we're not fit to fix the border crisis, and I don't have nothing to run on. And Republicans like, yes, Trump, you said don't do it. We'll let the border stay wide open. And then Joe Biden was like, executive order. We gonna do this shit. And right now, today, not even a whole year later, there is over 50% less motherfuckers hitting the border. Fuck just getting in the country. It's 50% less even going to the border in less than a year. What did Trump do to curb that, to stop that, or anything that we needed help with in America in his 4 years? See, when you ask me about Biden, I'm going to get to tell you about the prescription drugs. Look, my mama's 70 years old. She take about 12 pills a motherfucking day. I didn't know how much money them pills cost for a 70-year-old woman that ain't working. Wonder why she ain't working, though? And I'm going to be real with you. She took a vaccine. Ever since then, she been having shortage of breath. My mama was a nurse. She don't have enough air in her lungs now to pass the CPR test, to get recertified, to keep being a nurse. But she still got to pay for them pills. It hurt my heart for my mama to go to the doctor, because I take her to the doctor. And for me to hear a doctor tell her, well, I'm going to put you on this pill. And then we get to Walgreens and they tell her that bottle of pills is $80. That bottle of pills is $167. And I'm sitting there thinking, damn, Mom, you need this shit for your heart. You need this shit for your blood pressure. You need this shit for this. So when a motherfucker like Joe Biden coming off and all of a sudden a bottle of pills that was $167 is now $17, thank you, Joe Biden. You might just save my mama life. And yours too. But like I said, when Trump was offered, bricks was going for $30,000 in Texas. Now that Biden offered, bricks going for $12,000, even cheaper. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Am I supposed to be like, okay, well, motherfuckers were making more money off of brick when Trump was in office? Or should I be like, motherfucker buying more bricks now? Bro, fuck a brick. Fuck a motherfucker with a brick. See, I'm gonna tell y'all some more shit. And this completely off. This is one of the things I need you to go do your research on, because a lot of people gonna say conspiracy theories. Where the bricks come from? Colombia. Where the coffee come from? Colombia. Where is the White House at? The District of Columbia. When you was a kid, you could buy 12 CDs for a penny. You think them artists didn't need to get paid? You know who was selling? Columbia House. Who owns most of the radio stations? Clear Channel. They are owned by Columbia House. When you see movies 9 times out of 10, well, I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10, but a lot of movies come from Columbia Motion Pictures. Go do your research on the history of Columbia and America, man, and why they own everything over here. Get back with me. Because I just went over movies, TV, radio, the 3 ways we get our information. Or before YouTube and shit like this, where anybody can get over here and give it to you, and you had the right to choose who the hell you want to listen to or not. Like I say, I'm going to always tell you, go do your own research on the shit I'm telling you. It's cool. The thing about conspiracy theorists is, sometimes they're right. Every time it's something you can go look up yourself and learn something. Whether you want to believe it or apply it or not, then every conspiracy in the world is some truth behind it. Think about it. Well, pandemic hit in 2020. Biden has been dealing with the effects of the pandemic his whole administration. Trump had a few months, and the few months he had, he fucked shit up. Fucked it up. I remember when there was 0 cases of COVID in America, but it was some people on a boat off the coast of America, and they was Americans, and they were like, don't let them motherfuckers over here, they got COVID. We know they have COVID. And he was like, nah, we gonna let them in. That shit spread like wildfire. You had other countries, they had doctors and scientists on the motherfucking case. We had Donald Trump telling us, just drink a little bleach. Just inject yourself with a little bleach, you be all right. Man, when the wintertime come and it get cold, this shit just gonna disappear like the flu. I been for real, that motherfucker like, man, COVID just gonna disappear. It's like it'll never even happen. Let me be careful about what I say about COVID, because you know they'll cut my damn screen off while y'all watching me. Bro, I'd rather the shit not be here. Did I always feel like that? No. When I was young and ignorant, I ain't feel like that. But now that I'm mature, I realize there are way better ways to make money. Lots of it. You should feel cheated if you buying a brick. If you buying 100 bricks, you should feel cheated. Because guess what? You get back to the origin of that shit, you end up in a place where a motherfucker give a motherfucker a brick to go do him a favor. Hey, man, I need somebody to run to the store for me, man, and get this right. Here, bro, take a key. I would have to see what the motherfucker policies is, bro. What are they talking about? That's why I ask people a lot, like, do y'all actually pay attention to what these people are talking about? What they want to do once they are elected as your president? Like, what are you going to do for me? Earn my vote. Tell me something good. Might be a lie. Tell me a good lie. That's why I'm looking at y'all like, do y'all not hear Donald Trump when they ask him, all he says, I'm going to be a dictator on day one. From day forward, I'm a dictator. I'm going after motherfuckers that piss me off. What you going to do for us? I'm going to get to y'all later on. But first, I'm going after these motherfuckers that ran against me and made me look bad. I'm going to tell you some real shit. I can pull it up. I can pinpoint the moment I knew Donald Trump was going to run for president in 2016. It was a White House correspondence dinner. And not Donald Trump, Barack Obama had jokes. He was joking all over Donald Trump. He was calling him the Donald. He had jokes about his TV shows, Apprentice and all that shit. He put up the motherfucking thing about the Lion King saying it was a video of his live birth. Because back then Donald Trump was on that racist shit, telling the president of the United States of America that because he was black, he was a Muslim, and he didn't believe he was born in America. So Barack Obama went in on his ass, and I seen the man look like he wanted to cry. He said, everybody laughed. He said, looking side to side, under eye. I said, man, this motherfucker gonna try to run for president and get revenge. And I'd be damned if he didn't do it. And I thought it was a joke. I was like, man, I told you, motherfucker, he was gonna run for president. I didn't think he was gonna win it. And I tell my people, my regulars all the time, I said, look, that's not the only time where I seen something and I predicted the future. The first time I can tell you I honestly did that was on 9/11. I looked at everybody and just being joking. I was cracking a joke. I'm not saying like I had some divine vision and I saw this shit happening. I said the shit as a joke. I said, what? And like I say, if you talk to my people, it's always on here. If you watch my video, you would know I was not a sports fan. I was in the county jail when this shit happened. And I looked around, I told everybody in the county jail, I said, well, man, we know who gonna goddamn me win the Super Bowl this year. And the motherfucker said, who? I said, the Patriots. Motherfucker said, why you say that? Patriots sorry as hell. I said, cause, nigga, you don't see what's going on. You know how America is, bro. They gonna be anything patriotic, they getting behind it. Nobody can win but the Patriots this year. Somebody tell me what your hold on, I asked Google. Like I said, I was not a sports fan back then. What year did Tom Brady join the New England Patriots? What year did Tom Brady join the New England Patriots?
According to Simple Wikipedia, picked late in the 2000 NFL Draft, Brady became the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots after Drew Bledsoe got hurt. He played surprisingly well, leading New England to its first Super Bowl win in 2001.
And never look back. They needed a Patriot. He may be, but the thing about it is, we have to actually take our time and run with the one motherfucker who has already proven he can defeat Donald Trump. And then we can get back to the business of America. Once we get a motherfucker that is about America. You may not be the best person, but you the best out of the top two. You the safe out of the top two. You the one that's sane out of the top two. You see what I'm saying? On my last video, or maybe the one before this one, the one before the last one, I told y'all about a clip of Donald Trump saying, admitting the truth. It's all about ratings. Long as I get the ratings, I can get on TV and say whatever the hell I want to say, whether it's good, bad, righteous, deceitful, truth, damn lie, good, evil. He said that shit. Long as I get the ratings, and he said, you know what? I come from TV. I know more about ratings than anybody. He always say that we know more about everything than anybody, except Project 25. You know everything in the world except Project 2025. But what I'm saying is, Trump says whatever he needs to say to shock people, to get people talking. This motherfucker ain't been in office in 4 years, and we talk about him every day. Like he motherfucking LeBron James or somebody. LeBron James is the only athlete that you're going to turn on ESPN, and no matter what sport they talking about, no matter what basketball team they talking about, they going to mention LeBron James. Now, once we get Trump ass out the way, and shit can go back to normal, and you can have two candidates, or 3 or 4 or 5, and they can all get on stage, and they can talk about, look, this is what I want to do for America. This is what I want to offer America. Then yeah, we would have knew about RFK now. We would know what they talking about because they would have time to be interviewed. They would have time to be talking. But right now, you gotta think about it. They just started talking about Joe Biden. Joe Biden wasn't in the media every day. You wasn't getting sound bites from Joe Biden every day. You were getting sound bites and media clips from Donald Trump. And only Donald Trump. Only time you heard Joe Biden's name is when Donald Trump was calling him Sleepy Joe. I ain't lying. I'm not making this shit up. But man, I am getting tired. It is kind of hot in here. I got a little sweat on my nose. I'm not getting back on the road till Monday. AMP everything, Mr. America, man. Zachariah, all y'all, you new people that ain't never really been on here. Up and down LA. Shout out to all y'all, man. You know, y'all welcome back. We can debate. We can talk about this shit whenever y'all want to. Shout out to Ticket Tiger. Shout out to Money Too. I appreciate having a difference of opinion. So like I said, man, all y'all welcome to come back. But on that note, don't be afraid to take the long road instead of the wrong road. Do things the long way instead of the wrong way. Find somebody to help. Tell somebody you love me. You know I love y'all, man. And I appreciate you. We out.